Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is day 134 of my road to 2000 and I'm at 1957 and we're gonna play against someone 1940. Okay, let's go with the Queen's Gambit. Knight c3. Okay, so this move, he's preparing to take on c4 and then go with the move b5. So just take, he takes with the pawn and then you continue by developing the bishop. Okay, and now e3. Okay, so he's just blitzing out the moves. And I don't want to take and help him develop, so I'm just going to go back. And if he wanted to take me, he will open up against his castled king, which I believe is going to castle kingside. Okay. I'm just trying to go for this move to get to my bishop. Okay. I develop this. He goes here. I take. He takes with the queen. I get the queen out, attacking this twice. But then he can play this. I mean, it's not wrong to develop the bishop. He's going to play this. But I won't take. Bishop to f5. That's a weirder move. I can play knight to e2 and I can play knight to f3. Knight to f3, we're controlling that square on e5. We have this move as well. He takes. If I take, he wants to take with the knight. And then I take, he takes with the queen. I get the queen out. I'm attacking the knight and the pawn. He just plays the move. So wait. Bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Wait. First of all, take here. He takes with the queen. I play this. He takes. And queen to g4, attacking this pawn. He plays the move g6. And then I play the move e4. He takes. Knight takes. He takes this pawn. It's still not so simple. I don't want to trade everything. But apparently we have to. Let's just go. He takes, I take, knight takes, queen here, this move, and then I get the knight out. Okay, take, okay. And if you move the knight, that would be a problem. So, queen there. That's... So if I take, you're gonna take like this, open up for the rook, but... I mean, you just have double pawns, and my knight will be good in the center. I think that would be a good trade. I think that would be a good trade. See, you don't have bishops, you don't have anything to actually say that this is actually a good rook. It is not a good rook. And I just go here to stop the knight from going there, to stop the pawn from going here. And we can castle actually, but that can be usable by, okay. So now he can go here, take control of this square. I mean, going a4, b4, I think that would be a good start. He goes here, I'll play this. I think let's just go push some pawns, because maybe I'm going to castle kingside, and this pawn will be safe, and I can always push it, so... And these two are blocking, you know, any rook from attacking my pawn on g2, so I think I will be safe castling kingside. And now we need to start doing something on this side, and of course he cannot take, he lose the rook, and my knight will be active. He wants to play this move knight to e4 to get to my knight before I do anything. So let me think about it. b4, knight e4, knight takes, wait, b4, knight e4, knight takes, pawn takes, knight d2, knight d2, knight to h4. I play this move, he plays this check, I go here, he gets back, defending the pawn, but I can attack. b4, I'm trying to go for this, and after he takes, I can take, and he cannot take back, he loses the rook. So I think this is a good move, b4. He plays knight e4, knight takes, pawn takes, knight to d2. He goes back with the knight, defending. And then I go here, he takes, I take, and knight takes. So we just lost a pawn. But b4, pawn takes, knight takes, pawn takes, knight here, knight back, castle. Well, it's still fine, right? And I can go knight to d2 now. So wait, knight to d2, he goes knight to h4. I play this move, and if you play this check, I go here, and his knight is trapped. So I think knight to d2 is actually should happen, taking control of the square on e4 so that I can play b4, b5 without him actually annoying my knight and removing my knight from here. So I want to play the move b4, b5, he takes, I take, he cannot take back. And even if he managed to take back, I will win that pawn with the knight. My knight will be active. I think he's going to castle, or he's going to move his king. Yeah. Still good. So now b4, trying to go for this, takes, takes, takes. I take here, and after rook takes this move, he gets the rook here. I mean, still fine, and I can also castle. I can also castle, and I'll be safe, since his pieces are like this. And I can also play the move h3 and expand on this side. But the knight will be... I think a move like b4 is not horrendous. We're taking control out of every single pawn break that he has. And these two knights are really not placed correctly. Maybe e2, king to e2, and play the move f3 to take control of the knights. And even if he managed to reroute the knight, I mean, it's not going to be helpful for him. So I think my position is better. But if I castled, then he might get the rook on e8 trying to put a knight here, and whenever I play the move f3, I lose the pawn. Exactly, he wants to go there. After knight takes, he can take with the pawn. And I can now play the move f3 because I lose this pawn right away. Okay. But I don't think it's a good thing for him. How about rook to c1, knight to e4, knight takes, pawn takes, and then g4. So he's gonna put a knight here, trying to trade everything. This guy just loves to trade. So rook to c1, knight to e4, knight takes, pawn takes, and then I can go here, but then everything is controlled. So h3, knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, this move, knight here, castle. I mean, I can castle, right? And I think it's better to castle. I'll have a safe king. He goes here, I take with this, and after he takes... Yeah, I think castling is very important. Because now there's no attack on me on this file. He still has double pawns, which will be useful for me in the endgame. Especially on this side. And if he went here, maybe I take with... That is weird. Okay, so he's trying to force the trade of every freaking knight. This guy loves to play with his hands all the time. He doesn't like to play with pieces. What a deranged way of playing chess. He wants to put the knight here, I take. He wants to take with the knight, and after I take, he wants to take with the pawn or maybe with the rook. But that will lead to a draw. I mean, if you want to play to get a draw, well, why are you playing? This takes, takes, knight takes. So this move, I'm just giving away a pawn. So how about rook to b1? This, he takes, I take. How about rook ab1? Knight here, knight takes, knight takes, knight takes, pawn takes, pawn push, takes, takes, takes. I mean, at least I would have an active rook. Let's go rook ab1. I fucking knew it. b5. This guy don't want to play a game of chess. This guy just wants to... Let's just close the position. Let's just have nothing and play with our hands. Of course, I will not take. Why? Because he wants to take with this pawn so that he will have an active rook. Instead, I push the pawn to a5. He's gonna go for this crazy ass trades, and then we're gonna exploit the weakness on c6. But I think it's gonna end up in a draw. And you don't want him to take, because you will have a weak pawn that he can make a target out of it, and this knight is not really defending. So we push. Now he just gave me a target, which is a backward pawn. This is a backward pawn, but he cannot make use of it in any kind of way. But this is a backward pawn that I can make use of it by just putting the rook on c1, rook on c2, rook on c1, attack this pawn with everything, and then figure out a way to reroute the knight to attack this pawn, and whenever he takes, he will lose the rook that is defending the pawn. So if he went here, I cannot go back to protect the knight. I have to, like this, takes, he takes with the knight, and I can now move it. I can actually move the knight. Hold on. So knight here, knight takes, and knight to f3. He plays this annoying move. I attack, he plays a check, I lose my rook. So knight here, knight takes, and knight to f3, knight to c3, and rook to b2. And after rook to b2, I don't know. I'll just try to put the rook on c1 and rook on c2 and to attack the pawn on c6. This move just helped me close everything and really amplified the weakness of this pawn, c6. So if he went here, I take, knight takes, maybe rook takes is the best. I play rook to c1, he defends, I play rook to c5. He plays rook back, I play rook to c1, and this pawn is forever a weakness, and then I can, I can try to break through somehow. So I think he just made a very weak pawn, and let's see what he will play. Or maybe now knight to c4, because if I take, he will take with one of, no, he just wants to trade everything. Okay, so the plan is to take. He takes with the knight. Okay, and now we take. You want to take with a pawn that's a weakness, because why would you? Yes. Now we go here. Give me that pawn. Defend like this. Very nice. And now you go here, and we want to make a weakness out of this pawn. And he cannot go here after that because I can just take, and whenever he takes, that's a smart move. Let us go here. Look at this horrendous position. Look at this stupid position. See what you put yourself into when you just play passive and you just want to trade everything. Now he look like an idiot. Look at him. He cannot move the damn thing. And now the move e4 is beautiful. I'm just threatening to take the pawn, and he cannot take, he loses the rook. And if this move e4, he takes, I play the move d5, and he still cannot take. So I think e4 is now needed more than ever. Right? e4 takes, d5, he cannot take. So this takes this. He moves the rook. Well, I just attack and take like this, and I have a very strong position. I don't see anything wrong with the move e4. We're giving away a pawn so that we can get the pawn back and applying more pressure on this on his pieces. He cannot take, he loses the rook. And if he moved the rook, something like that, I can just take here. He takes, I take. He moves the rook for some reason. I can go here, I can make a queen. So yeah, I told you, he made a weakness, and now he needs to deal with it. He cannot take. If he moved one of the rooks, that will be, I mean, if he moved any of these two rooks here, I take with the rook. Okay, so he's just moving that king. Okay, I take with the rook. I'm attacking this rook. He takes me, and I take with the pawn. Is that a good thing? Or I just play the move d6. He moves the rook here. I take, he takes, and I take, and he needs to put the rook here to defend the pawn. I think that is a better move. d6, rook to d7, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. I'm still defending everything here. So hold on. d6, rook to d7, rook takes, and rook to d8. But I take this pawn. He takes my pawn here. I take, he takes, and I go rook to c5. No, we have to be careful. We have to be careful because there will be back rank. So d6, rook here, sorry, d6, rook here, rook takes, rook here, and I defend. And I'm attacking this pawn as well. I think d6 is the best. d6, what about him moving here? I take. He wants to take. I still take, and he can now move. And my king is close to get to the pawn. Taking is bad because you just kill your entire attack. Rook takes, it might end up in a lot of trade, and my pawn is very close to his king that he will get it. So the only reasonable move is d6. He goes here, here, here. We take the pawn. After he takes, I take back, defending, attacking, and the king is closer to get to the pawn. He moved. Okay. I think it's very important to take the pawn now, right? Or should I do something else? I can play rook to e5, actually. Rook to e5, he plays f5. It's not needed. I can take. He will take. After I take, he'll get the king here. And he can attack me, but I can go here. And he cannot get to my pawn, and whenever you move your rook, I can just take that pawn. So I think he will be hopeless after rook takes c6. He takes. That's a very weird decision. King e8, king f1, king to d7, and rook to b6. You cannot get a rook trade, and whenever you move your rook, I'll take that pawn on a6. So it's kind of a weird game by him. He wants to go here, but that will not help you. I can go there. You move your king. Okay, and now we can, we want the king to be active. So a move like g3 is needed. g3, he plays this. And if I play this, he go here. I think I'm going to play g3 because this is a very weak pawn, very weak square, and I want to exploit it. Okay, he's trying to go for this. Okay, here he plays this. I take, he takes, I push. He goes here. That will be bad for me. I think I can leave everything like this. I mean, if he goes here, no, I have to go here. Hold on. Here, king to e2, this move. I don't take. I don't care. I move. You take me here, I take like this. And I just move my king. Yeah, I think a king to e2 is needed. The closer my king gets to help with the rook and the pawn, that might be better. You place this, and it's very important not to take. Why? Because you don't want 2 on 1 and your king is away. Because he can, he can push one of them and you need to take. He makes a queen. I got my nose. This here. Push, I take. He takes, I take. He's losing. That's a weird move. We move the king. Oh my god, you idiot. Come on. I thought he played f4. I needed to go king to e3. That was a better move because that stops the move f4. Oh my god, bro. Maybe this move draws the game. Because he needs to play the move f4. He's forced. I go here, he pushes, I take, he take, I get here. It is weird. Very weird. Oh my god, bro. Why did I not go king to e3? Why? That's a beautiful move. Why did I not go for it? I really thought he played the move f4. Are you sure about that? Here, you move the damn rook, I take that pawn, I take your soul. Okay, now he gave me the chance to go to e3. I think I'm winning. This move, I take you, you give me a check, I attack you, you go here. It might be a good move for him actually. But then I go here, he takes, a push, he goes here, play a check, he takes, I go here. He's still defending, I guess, the promotion. So actually, rook to c8 might be good. But if rook to c8, what about just... No, he can just play this. I go here, he takes. I take, he goes here, I go here. He makes some kind of a pawn push. Wow. Now you're cooked. I need to play something. I need to stop f4. This takes... No. You play this move. Take, take. Hold on. You play the move g4. If he pushes, he can just take here, and the king is getting closer. And if this, he takes, well, he has 3 double pawns, which are garbage. This takes king, rook. Yeah, that will be bad for me. How can I actually break through? Playing king to d4, he can play f4 and I cannot take because after it takes and I move my king, he will push the pawn. After I take, he can take and make a queen and I cannot stop him. So king here, he pushes f4 and I play h4. He takes me here, I take. No, this move still stops him from playing f4. He cannot play f4 because he loses the pawn here. That's very important. There is a way to win this, but it's very complicated. And if I get to this pawn, then... But the problem, I cannot move away. I cannot go too far because I need to stop this pawn. Because whenever he goes f4 and there's no king takes pawn, he can actually go here. And when I take, he takes, makes a queen, my rook cannot move. But I would have move like this, trying to go here, give this check, he takes, I take, king takes, I go here. It might be in a draw as well. So maybe g4 was needed, or maybe f3 or f4. No, f4 is lunatic because a pawn will promote and there is nothing to stop it. So maybe f3 was needed, and if he takes, I take, and he wouldn't make a... It's very weird. And going with the move h4, if he take, I take, and I go here, and I try to get closer. Yeah, he's trying to move his rook. And actually I need to go back. But then he will go here. I'll play this. He takes, I take, rook takes. I take here. Some kind of a check. Go here. He gets the rook here. Go there. Check. Okay, that is weird. I cannot move the king because of the move f4, and I have to go back. But this move, he goes here. I play this, he takes, I take, and then he can push. Maybe I have to go back. This will be very risky for him. He went back. So he's trying to get a draw. And I don't believe in draws here. f3. I'm threatening to win a pawn. So f3, he takes, I take. He moves the rook. Very boring not to go here because there will be a check. After I move, I think it's f3. f3, he takes, I take. I think it's f3. I don't know, I have to break through somehow. And this threatens to win a pawn, and king will become active, so he's forced to take it. Yeah, the only move is to take. After takes, take. He moves the rook, and maybe it's okay to go here. But then after this check and I go here, now my king is cut off. So after a rook move, I go for the move h4. He takes, I take. h4 or h3. I think h3 is more defendable, you know. And whenever he moves the rook, I take. He takes here. Yeah, he's going back. This move, wait, here, takes. My king will become active, so this move, he cannot go here because of this move. This, he takes, I take, he moves the rook, I go here, he gets the rook there, and I play this move, but then he can push, and after I take, he takes me with a check, and after I move, he wins that pawn. I take this pawn, he moves here, I take here, he pushes the pawn. That rook is a problem. But wait, now he still has this, so if I moved away, try to get closer, and I can now move away because of this move, and after I take, he takes, and he would have a passer. This move, he can just go here, and that would be bad for me. h4, he takes. h4, he pushes, that's a blunder because I can get through. This, I can go here, but he can sacrifice, and after I take, hold on, this here, this rook move. I cannot go here because he can go here, and after takes he pushed the pawn. This is freaking crazy. But I can play rook to b8. He takes, I go here, and there's no way to protect the pawn. He moves the rook there, I give him a check, he goes here, I take here, give me a check, I go there, another check, I go here, he takes. I don't want it to happen. This move, he can just go here. This takes, my king will get closer. But this move he can push. I don't know, I'm gonna go for it. Pawn endgames are crazy. One move can draw the entire game and then the game is dead. He took, that's a big ass mistake. I think I take, oh, maybe he moves the king. I go here, get the rook active. Oh, that's a mistake maybe. Here, he goes there, I go here, you give me this check and I can take, he take here. I don't know. You move your rook. I go here. There might be this, and after I take, there will be a check. After I go here, he takes, I take, he goes here, I take. It still might end up in a draw. But if he moved the rook, can I just take the pawn? He takes me my pawn with a check. I go here. He gives me this check, which is really annoying. And after I go here, he has two passers. So after this move, I think I have to go to defend. He gives me some kind of check. I take. He can push, but I take his rook. He goes here. I play a check. He takes, and I can go here to defend. Just this. I mean, the crazy thing, I don't want to draw because this is not, oh, that's a entirely different move. I go here. So how about this check? He can go here. I play this check. If I take, there will be this check. I go here. He takes me here. I don't want to draw. But there's no way to stop the check. After this check, he can just take me here. I play this check. He goes there. I take. There will be still the exact same check. If I went here to g5, if king to g5, he goes here. I take. He push. I take. He push. Give a check. He goes here. No. I can take, but there will be this check. After this check, I go here. He takes here. I go there. So wait, takes, hold on, takes this, there will be a check. I go here to defend the pawn. He takes me here, I play this. He goes there to attack the pawn. I push this pawn, he take, I take, he takes, I push, and he's not in time to stop me. I think I can take. There will be this. Okay, go here. There will be this by B, but I go here. And if he takes, I go here. So I go here so that I can push the pawn. and he cannot get to the pawn or the rook, and whenever he moves the rook, he loses this pawn. You give me a check and I can go here forever, stay there. After any check, I win the pawn. He goes here, I push. No, if he goes here, I take. He plays this, I give him a check. He moves away, I defend. He push, I take. Weird. Ah, you want to get a draw, you piece of... Here, check. I go back. I think it's a draw. He wants to give me another check. No, he's using his king. Hold on. I push. There's always a chance for him to give me these checks. What about this check? He needs to take. I take this pawn. He attacks my pawn. I take here. He takes there. And I have a passer on this side. See, I have a chance to play this move, and he cannot move away. I make a queen. So after this check, he needs to take. I take. He gives me some kind of check, and I can... Oh, wait. Check, take, and after rook check takes here, he plays this check, but I can just take here. But if I take, I'll lose this pawn. I think that's the move. I think that is the move. And after any check, you take this pawn. He takes you here. You go after his pawn. It is weird. So, we don't know what's happening. After this check, can I move away? Can I move here? He will play this check. And I can go there. But then he will take me, and after I take, he will push the pawn. What if I just went here? If I take, he will take me here. I think that's... I think I'm gonna take. Maybe it's a draw. He takes this pawn. I go here. He push. I go there. He attack me. I go push. Okay. We have to figure something out here. If he played this, no more checks for him. He attacks my pawn, but I can push it. And I can always go here. But if I play this now, he plays this check. Or maybe I just push. This, he goes here. I think I have to attack the pawn. He can play this check. But let's just attack it. Or maybe let's just get closer. Let's just get closer. The closer the king gets, the better. I don't know what he's doing with that move. I don't care. I'm gonna get closer to the pawn. Any rook move, he loses. Ooh. That's a beautiful move. You piece of shit. So if I take, it's 100% a draw. If I went here, he might get there. I'll play a check. He goes here. I think it's a draw. I think it's a draw. I know I had an advantage, but I messed it up somehow. Man. Pawn endgames are crazy. And this guy is crazy. Like, what are you gonna play with your fucking legs? He traded everything. Okay, so all of this is just opening. Okay, we have a slight advantage. What? I had to go here. Yes, that is a good outpost for the knight, actually. And we move away out of any kind of a... Yeah, I don't know why I did not think about that. Yeah, that's actually a good move. Wow. Yeah, and here, I had a slight advantage so that I could go here. So I had an outpost, and my knight could, you know... Yeah. Completely understandable. Yeah. And that's his mistake. He needed to go here. But what about after rook to c1 and I try to take this pawn and he cannot take, he lose the rook? Oh, I needed to play f3 and this. Oh, f3 to play this because after he takes, I would have 2 pawns in the center. It's very different than just 1 pawn in the center. So here I have an advantage and I had to play the move h4 to stop any pawn push, h4. Yeah, I needed to play h4. Look at the advantage, how it went. And I needed to move my king. He moved somewhere there, and maybe I would have control over there. Yeah, we definitely messed it up. See, I told you. I had an advantage if I went king to e3, but I messed it up and went king to king there. And now he gave me the chance to go there, and after he moved here, I have to figure this one out. Is it king to d4? King to d4, that's the best move. Oh my goodness. King to d5. But king to d5, there's the move f4. And if I didn't take, he will push e3. And if I take, he will take and I cannot stop him. Maybe I can go here. And after he push, I have time to go rook to c1. Ooh, that was a very important move, king to d5. It's +4. That's what I missed. That's what I missed. I killed the game. I completely killed the game. I had to go get to that square. Yeah, after this, just a draw. Wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. That is crazy. I had a chance to play king to d5. What's happening? And he needs to play king to e8, but then he will play king to e6, and he will get to the pawn. But what if he played rook here? Wait. My idea, what if he went f4? Oh, I just take the pawn. I do what? Oh, there's a check. Oh, there's a check. I did not see that. The best move for him is rook to d8. Why rook to d8? Why not rook to e8 to stop my king from getting closer? Because I played check. And this is actually mate. King here. d7 check. He goes king to d8 and I take him here and this is just cooked. Oh my god, bro. One move. I was so afraid of this, but actually it's not important because I have a check and the king cannot move. He needs to go back. His rook is stuck, his king is stuck, and then I can get to the pawn and I can deal with this. Yeah, I totally messed this one up. And here I just closed the entire game on me and I allowed the rook to stop me from getting closer. That was my mistake. Yeah, that's very bad. But very good. Like there's a lot of misses. A lot. But you missed a chance to win. This is a good learning opportunity. Yeah. King to d5 was the best move and I just missed it. I wanted to go there, but I was afraid of pawn push but I just had rook to b7 check and that could have been a win, but it's okay. We're at 1957. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow.